Let's talk about emotional regulation and coherence. What are those? So, emotional regulation is your ability to find that source of balance within your nervous system when you're faced with something that is emotionally challenging. So, emotionally challenging could look like it triggers you, it makes you upset, it gets you angry, you feel overwhelmed with emotion. Right? That is emotional dysregulation when you get into those states if you're not able to easily recover. Now, it is absolutely normal and part of our survival necessity to be able to fluctuate within our nervous system, to be aroused and have these feelings and emotions, and then also to be in that peaceful, balanced flow state. So, it's really important to understand that when we talk about emotional regulation, we're not talking about staying at an even playing field like all of the time. You want to have emotional extremes, otherwise you wouldn't feel joy, you wouldn't feel bliss, you wouldn't feel love, you wouldn't feel pleasure, right? We need to have an ability within our nervous system to really allow our ability to feel and sense and know and allow for the emotions to occur. But not all the emotions that we have are necessarily ones we want to feel. And so this is where learning emotional regulation comes in, and we can do this through coherence. So coherence helps us to regulate. It helps us to co-regulate. So if you're able to come into a place of inner coherence, then other people, like your children or your partner, can also begin to regulate from you. And this is where the dynamic of regulation comes into play with your relationships. So it not only begins to change your world, but it begins to change your interrelationships that you have as well. So one of the methods that we use for coherence and emotional regulation is the coherent technique as taught by the Heart Math Institute. So I am a clinical practitioner of the Heart Math coherence technique, and I love to teach it. I love to share it because this is a practice that is super easy. It is available to anyone, and you can use it in a variety of different ways. You can use it in the moment if you are experiencing being triggered, if you are having really strong emotional, like overwhelming emotional reactions, or even if you are just wanting to set your intention for the day and just start yourself out good, which I highly recommend. If you don't have a morning practice of setting your intention, you definitely might want to consider it. It is a powerful way to kind of align yourself to what you want to really embody throughout the day. So let's go back to this coherence, right? So if you place your hand on your heart and you allow yourself to just come into your breath, paying attention and bring your awareness to your breath as you allow the breath to slow down, breathing in and out. And perhaps as you are slowing the breath down and deepening the breath, you allow yourself to call in an emotional feeling you want to embody, an emotional feeling you want to hold. Say peace. So maybe think of the most peaceful spot you've ever experienced and allow your mind to go to that place. Allow your mind to really envision what that place was like that brought you this really deep sense of peace. And breathe that in and out and hold that energy as you breathe it in and out. That sense of peace. What does that feel like to you? And can you imagine yourself breathing that energy of peace in and out from your heart? Can you allow it to expand in the center of your heart? Can you allow that feeling of peace to settle into your heart, to your nervous system, to your whole being? And as you release your hand from your heart, as you come back to a regular flow of breath, can you continue to hold on to that energy of peace, to that sensation, to that feeling, to that emotion of peace? And can you allow that to be your present state in this moment? Does it help you to feel more balanced? Does it help you to maybe calm a little bit? Does it change the tone of your voice? Just allow yourself to be aware. That is coherence. And that is a quick and easy method that you can use to help yourself. I hope you enjoyed.